What if it all ended? What if it didn't work? What if the business didn't take off right away? And when he thinks of the worst case scenario, he's like, I can handle that. Then everything is an upside. Hey, it's Dean Graziosi. Welcome back. Each Thursday, we like to do the behind the scenes of the prior week's interview. If you missed the podcast or the video with Russell Brunson, the founder of ClickFunnels, oh my God, do not miss it. Go listen to it right now. Send it to a friend because there were golden nuggets. In fact, I wrote them down because I don't want to miss anything. In this behind the scenes, we like to share the invisible, share some of the highlights, share the things you guys responded to and go a little deeper. So many times our brains focus on what's wrong rather than what's right. What could go wrong rather than the opportunity in front of us, what we lost compared to what we have. And it's just my goal to get you focused in the right direction and maybe give you some skills and capabilities that can light you on fire. Today, let's talk about Russell Brunson. He had 5 or 6 takeaways that I thought were important. One is the importance of growth and contribution. He said, I don't know, a decade ago, he heard Tony Robbins teach that at Date with Destiny, and he does, that all other things wear out. But growth, always being a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday, to compare yourself to who you used to be, not to others, growing, that's something that can last a lifetime. And contribution, once you understand that the more we make, the better we do, the more we could do for others. When those things become intertwined, I think there's this tipping point. There's this crossroads. I know when I started giving more, contributing more, my business started growing more. It gave me a deeper desire. So today I talked about if you want to start a business, scale a business, or take your career to the next level, one of the factors is consider contributing on a deeper level. If we're talking about Tony Robbins, I heard him say once, and it stuck with me forever, if you won't give $1 out of 10, you won't give 100,000 out of 1 million. You won't give 1 million out of 10 million. And what if it was a success principle that was in the invisible, that you can't get to the level of success, abundance, joy, freedom you want without giving a little bit out, without contributing? I believe that. So what it does, it makes me work harder to do more, to earn more, to complete more, to have more success so I can help more people. Just a quick story. Yesterday, I took my 16-year-old daughter for a pizza. She had been sick for a couple of days. I picked her up. I said, I miss you. I pick her up and we go get pizza. We come out of pizza. There's this wonderful girl. It's so hot in Phoenix right now. She's under this little shady thing, but it's 108 degrees yesterday. She's sweating like crazy. She's got this beautiful shirt on about kids for cancer and with a rainbow on it and puppies. It was this beautiful shirt. I could tell she was there trying to collect money with people walking by to help kids with cancer with a foundation she worked with where all the money goes to the kids. So she saw me getting in my car with my daughter. She runs up. She's like, oh, I like your truck. And she was being nice. I said, what do you got? I see you sweating. She said, and she told me about this foundation that was created for a boy that struggled with cancer. She goes, right now we're trying to raise money for a single mom with a boy with cancer, and she can't juggle 2 jobs and get him to chemo and the transportation. She's struggling. I said, what is your goal? And she told me her goal for a day was $1,000, and she had been there for the last 4 or 5 hours, and she's up to like $200. I said, let me end your day so you can get out. So here's $1,000. I gave her my card and she processed it. She was in tears. She's like, oh my God, thank you. Such a sweet woman. If you're watching this or listening to this, you are amazing. And I'm so glad I was able to help you. And thank you for contributing your time. But I got in the car with my daughter and she's like, Dad, that was really cool. And I said, yes. And this is why I want you to be successful. I said, how do you think that made me feel? She goes, probably really good. I said, beyond good. It's my favorite thing in the world. I love doing that. I also loved that 2 months ago, Matthew McConaughey has an amazing charity to help kids all around the world, all around America, high school kids. I donated $500,000 in a moment. After he explained to me, I was in my heart. I had tears. I was able to do it. Now, I'm not saying that look at me. Who knew? I didn't know I'd make $500,000 in my entire lifetime as a kid. But that just drives me. When we do that, and I go home and tell my wife, and we celebrate, and we're like, how can we do bigger, better, stronger so we can donate and help more people? Whether you want to be spontaneous with a beautiful woman on the corner to helping a child out, or something that's more strategic and methodical, I'm telling you right now, contribution in your life will drive you in a way like nothing else. We all need a compelling future. That's a compelling future. Number 2, Russell talked about, and you should go listen to this interview. I'm not kidding you. It's so fire. The importance of consistency. When we're starting a business, sometimes we dabble. We try something once, twice, 3 times and go, it didn't work. Nobody wants my thing. Nobody wants to buy my course, come to my workshop, come to my restaurant, whatever your thing is. Sometimes we just need to realize you're not being consistent. 2 things he says, you'll start to find your voice and you actually get better at talking about your thing the more you consistently put it out there. I'd love being on video more. So many of you are scared to be on video. I get it. Some of you are scared to do your first one. I get it. But the more you do it, the more you find your voice. But secondly, the more you find your voice, the more people find you that need your voice, that need your business, need what you do. So that's number 2. Number 3, I asked him about, with all the craziness going on in the world, how he keeps himself straight. How does the news not sink in? How does it not derail him from some of the things that can make you feel uncertain, scared? And when we're uncertain and scared, what do? We freeze, right? And he said, I picture the worst case scenario. He said, I really think through, he goes deeper on it in the interview. He says, I really think through, what if it all ended? What if it didn't work? What if the business didn't take off right away? And when he thinks of the worst case scenario, he's like, I can handle that. Then everything is an upside. I know that might sound like don't focus on what could go wrong, but when you do and you realize sometimes you're living in the worst case scenario, in the job you hate, the career that doesn't work out for you, it's not filling your soul, right? So thinking about the worst case scenario can make you go, it's all up from here. I love that. And lastly, he said, why being nervous is a superpower. He said, the day I'm not nervous is the day it won't be worth it anymore. Listen, if you're nervous about your next level, if you're worried about doing that first thing or that next thing, congratulations. Your next level lives on the other side of that thing that makes you a little nervous. Listen, people are shocked. I'm blessed that I've been on this stage right here with Matthew McConaughey, where I'm sitting right now in this room where we had 600,000 people live at the same time. And I'm walking out here with Matthew McConaughey. Everybody's like, God, you're so calm, cool, collected. You're a natural. Natural, my ass, excuse my language. I was ready to throw up in the back, right? I still get nervous every time I speak, whether it's with 5 people, 5,000, 500,000. I still get nervous. And it makes me realize I'm alive. It makes me realize that I can do things even when I'm scared. I could do it with a headache. I could do it when I'm shaking, right? So if you're a little nervous, great. Maybe that's the direction you should actually not be avoiding, but running towards. Guys, each week on the Own Your Future podcast behind the scenes, we just take a couple of the highlights from the prior week, remind you, anchor them in under 10 minutes, and remind you to go watch the previous episodes. Again, thank you for making this one of the top podcasts in the world in its category. I am beyond grateful to you all. Subscribe, leave me a comment, share this with a friend. And lastly, if you'd like to be on my newsletter, it's deansnewsletter.com. We send out pure value every single week. We'll see you next time.